Welcome to Indigos Gaming, and welcome to a match of StarCraft 2, played by people that are way better than me. The map is Light Shade, landing in the upper left, the undeniable fan favorite. It is the blue Terran, Byun. And spawning in the bottom right, the opponent, the challenger that proves you are never too old to be darn good at StarCraft 2. It is DRG. Don Regu, if I remember that right. These two, absolute great players in their respective rights. DRG, been in the scene as long as I can remember, and Byun, since his return debut, has been an absolute smashing favorite. Micro Jackson, they call him. DRG throwing down that hatch first, fully expect, pool, gas. Both of these players, I feel, are quite standard, quite normal players. They rely on their respective play styles, and especially their micromanagement. Small movements, getting as much value out of each unit as really humanly possible. It's quite insane. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these two bring out in this match against one another. This is, of course, from the Intel Extreme Masters tournament, the World Championship in our current times. Great games overall throughout the tournament. Beyond scouting just for the hatch. That's what I feel like most Terrans are looking at in recent times. They're just looking to see, did the Zerg expand? That way you know right away, am I in danger? Do I need to adjust my build? Do I need to be making bunkers at my CC? Or is it safe to get that Marine, the reactor, as we see Byun doing, probably to switch around for Hellions as soon as that's all finished. The Reaper, the micro begins. Going for the drone, Lings trying to defend. Queen comes out. Reaper is going to be not quite staved off just yet. Byun will not be stopped. Be unstoppable. He wants the creep tumor. Tension. Creep tumor goes down. Lings in a position to defend. He is going to get it up, it looks like. Definitely goes up. And did he see the third hatch? He did. Did see the third hatch. So Byun knows. Completely economic opener from DRG. Nothing scary, nothing weird coming out to play. Just scouting. Scouting, get out with the cliffside. Very good. Ling speed on the way behind this. Hellions are coming to join with the Reaper. More Hellions being produced. And Cloak Banshee is the choice. The aggression will not stop here. Byun not giving up. He's going to keep that pressure on. He wants to keep DRG quaking in fear in his little Zerg boots. The creep tumor did actually go down. Yeah, it did get sniped there. Great pickoff. More queens being produced. Now DRG going up to, what is that, 6 queens? Might even go higher, actually, just to try and have safety in this early game. I don't believe he knows. Yeah, he does not know about the Banshees coming, but having those extra queens going to be very helpful against that. And an excellent scout from that Zergling. Set that Zergling on patrol. Banshee flew right over it. Spores already on the way in each base here. So between the spores and the extra queens, I do not expect to see much get done with this Banshee here. The queen's already in a great position to intercept it. Cloak is not done yet. That Banshee is starting off at half health. Ooh. Hellbat transformation. Trying to occupy the queens. Banshee goes for the drones. It's racking up the kills, actually. Queens are going to be able to hold the Hellbats there, but the Banshee doing the damage in the natural. 6 kills already. Hellbats are cleaned up. Banshee going to back off. Second Banshee not been revealed just yet. Total losses in there. 5 drones were killed. Bunch of Hellbat losses too, though. Resources ended up being quite even on the numbers table, but you got to remember that each of those drones would have been bringing in extra money for the time that they were alive. So if you're looking at pure numbers, it's tough to say who's ahead. That attack, probably worth it for Byun. Being able to kill off some of the drones, some of the queens, keeping DRG at bay. He had to make Zerglings. He couldn't just drone up for this early game. Not that it seems to really slow him down much, because we just crossed 6 minutes. He's over 70 drones. Insanity, if you ask me. Go for a ride, follow these Banshees around. Behind this, I do see Widow Mines, Stimpack just about finished, and +1 started for both players. Byun now just denying some of that creep, wanting to make sure that the creep doesn't get too out of control. TVZ is a lot about the creep, because the Terran has to set up kind of at the edge of the creep with biotank pushes. They can't just go full onto the creep up to the hatcheries yet, because then they get surrounded much easier. Gun down. Zergling slaughtered. Scouting with this one? Not quite. Not quite scouting, just putting it in position. Here comes the battle, though. DRG knows. Stemming forward, that's a lot of lings. Banelings are here, but Baneling's speed is not. Trying to kite the Zerg off of the creep, but DRG not taking the bait. He knows he's much stronger on creep, and he is far away from the hatchery. He doesn't need to take this fight. He's just deflecting Byun. Byun reinforcing more Marines and mines. Byun loves his Marines. He loves his barracks play. I am not at all surprised to see a bio-mine composition come out of him. Whoa, just running in with the lings. Great surround. Good Baneling connection, forcing Byun to pick up. Actually, he just shuts it down. 2 Banshees going around the top side. A lot of queens, though. Sniped off. 1 Banshee killed. The other one makes it out to tell the story. Large cluster of Ling Bane gathering in the south. 4th base is up for DRG. Up to 80 drones now. Getting that economy nice and established. Couple changelings there. Not doing much though. Byun looking to get aggressive just as DRG does too. SCV's in danger. Queen's in danger. 8 SCVs. Bane's connecting to SCVs here. Ling Bane keeping those Marines at bay. Meanwhile, getting damage done. Oh, the traitor Widow Mine with 5 kills. I think most of those being Marines. 22 SCVs go down in that attack. That was incredibly good for DRG. Oh my goodness. Byun just didn't have anything really in position here to defend those, so he had to bring forces to the worker line, but lings are much faster of a movement unit, so they got damage done before Byun could really save them. Byun. Okay, yeah, there. At least you see that. 1 Banshee still alive, actually. 14 kills. Byun going around the top side to harass the poor innocent overlord. Some Ling Bane gathering outside the main. Banelings rolling in. Not gonna get much though. Few Widow Mines go off. Does get the mines too though, that's helpful. Well, that killed Overlord actually supply blocking DRG for a split second. 2-2 done for both players, right around the same time actually too. Quite even on the upgrades then. Picking up the medevacs. Another Zerg attack, deflected. I'm impressed with Byun's composition, just going for bio mine. He doesn't need siege tanks. Not even going really heavy on Marauders just yet, which might help him out against the Banelings, honestly. Banelings are a great counter to Marines because of their light armor and their tendency to group up. But if you add in some Marauders to the mix, they can help soak those Bane hits much more efficiently. Lings get the full surround, forcing the pickup. Byun on the back foot here. Great Widow Mine shot. Those are the kinds of cost-efficient connections he needs. DRG +3 attacks, so early Hive paying off here. Going Ultras behind this too. Seeing the Ling Bane Ultra composition come out for DRG. Both players just doing a bit of posturing right now. Byun's got a full medevac ready to go. Might want to unload it to help out here. One thing that I think is really important to highlight, DRG is keeping Byun's focus on Byun's side of the map. All these Widow Mine shots are just incredible to look at. Byun is focused on his own side of the map, focused on that defense. This is giving DRG the time he needs to get those Ultras out, to get that 3-3. Both players will be pretty much even on the upgrades, which doesn't really bode well for the Terran. Usually the Terran can get that 3-3 done quicker and be up ahead on that. And 3-3 Marines, monsters. You think Zerglings are scary. Try guys with drugs and guns at 3-3 upgrades. If you burrowed Zerglings, doing some damage to that mineral line. Lings, posturing, find a Widow Mine. Unfortunately, found it with their bodies. Gets it with a Baneling. Big drop in the top. Can DRG be caught out of position here? He's got a Spore building. He does not know about that attack. Byun setting up a secondary attack in the bottom. Lings rolling in. Pick up. Unload onto the high ground. Spore Crawler there doing pretty well against the medevacs actually. On the south side though, Byun making his presence known. DRG responding in kind with a counterattack. Chaos erupts 3 different battles across the map. But DRG, I think, getting the most damage done here. 11 more SCVs killed off. Byun doing good against the creep tumors, but not finding the openings really anywhere else. 3-3 now finished for both players. Overseers put out a couple changelings. Parasitic Bomb on the medevac. I like it. Just forcing extra actions out of Byun. Now that's, easy thing for Byun to do, of course, extra actions, but every little bit counts in these battles. Ooh. More Baneling detonations, killing off Widow Mines. Byun saving this third base yet again. But at what cost? 51 SCVs have been killed off so far. DRG now moving into those Ultras, so he is ready to go up that tech tree, freed up some supply. 3-3 done. Ultra, speed, and chitinous plating here to stay. Another great Widow Mine shot. Ooh. Bloody battle between these two. Byun, you can repair your command center a little bit too, You don't have to have your CZ at half health when you know DRG wants it. Queen's gonna spot this big movement of the Terran. Ultras, Banes are here to play though. More parasitic bombs on the medevacs. Great connections. Damage done in the natural too. Ultra's backing off though. He doesn't want to fight off the creep, and that is a good decision. Small drop in the top right, doing a fair bit of damage actually while moving on to the creep. Byun taking his anger out on those rocks. I have been zoomed out for most of this game, but it really does help. These battles are large. Definitely better. Definitely stay zoomed out. Byun poised to take this hatchery, nothing mining at it though. Still doing damage up there, my goodness. Trying to transfuse the hatchery. It's gonna back up. Banes. Not going too far, doesn't want to get off the creep. Drop, still doing damage in different bases. Marauder count definitely picked up since the Ultras were spotted. DRG just gonna sack this hatchery, it looks like. It's because I said something, he doesn't want to give it up. Fungal growth coming out. Infestor is gonna help try and pin that bio down. Excellent use of the spellcasters. Hatchery does fall eventually. DRG now chasing off the creep. He is mad. Ultras are angry. They're hungry. Not even a Snickers bar can save them from this. Small scan over here just to ironically find the burrowed Zergling there. Infestors, no! Infestors picked off before they could do more infesting. Already pretty well valued though out of that fungal growth. DRG still trying to retake this hatchery. Gonna come in with the Ultras, the Lings. Widowmine connects with nothing. Great cost efficiency for DRG. Both players just making more of the same now. Lings, Infestors in production. Heavy Marauder count now. Biomine coming out. Much more Marauder than Marine at this point. Which, against the composition of Bane Ultra, should do quite well. Actually, I'm kind of liking Byun's position. He's flipped that aggression back onto DRG. Hatchery's gone down. Not quite. Big connections there. Also trying to do a bit of a run by there. Hatchery does fall. Planetary balls. Destruction abound on this map. Trading a base for base there. DRG definitely up in bases. He has more to give. But pretty massive supply block actually. I don't think he had any overlords in production. Lost quite a handful to get pretty far in the red there. Widowmine hits an Ultra list. That Ultra just... What just touched me? Who threw that piece of paper? Ultra does not care at all about Widowmine. Speaking of mines, great minefield here. Another hatchery being trained down in the south. Gonna get picked off though. Wants to try and retake this one, but Byun pressuring on both sides now. DRG looking to be ahead on the income only because he has more mining bases. It looks like Byun really needs to try and take a focus on that economy. He's really only mining off of the one base he has in the top. Another run by. Ooh, great connections there. Marauders pushing forward. Regicide on the Queen. Overseer's gunned down. DRG still pushing Byun back. Constant pressure on both sides. Excellent play coming out. This base is about to mine out though, which will leave Byun with just one mining base. Alright, he is taking this one. He does need to get that set up and defended. I think that was the main. Yeah, he floated the main down. Another hatchery picked off or Byun. I can talk moderately. Hyper aggressive 20-minute game at this point. Laying counterattack now. Easily defended though. That should be plenty of bio. Widow mines though. Ooh, and more Zerg coming in. This is not enough to defend. Infestor Ultra. Such an interesting composition. Parasitic bombs on the medevacs yet again. Byun looking to force it back though. Marauders playing quite well in here. Concussive shells on the infestors. Good burrow though. Meanwhile, Zergling's doing more damage. I think DRG knows he just needs to keep on the pressure. At the same time though, DRG does not have much of a bank. He does have more income, but both players a bit low on the mineral count. These outer expansions are now just hot spots for conflict. That hatchery is going down. Drones evacuated. Where can they go though? It's really just these two bases that are left. DRG, he can't be everywhere at once. Unfortunately, Byun just applying too much pressure, too much damage. Terrible, terrible damage. Planetary going down. Byun will force it back, but at what cost? That is one of his last mining bases. Definitely not enough Zerg. Byun applying more pressure. I'm liking the position yet again, denying those bases, and DRG does not even have enough money to replace the hatch at this point. He has to defend this. It's gone, though. A well-earned GG to Byun. Really quite an impressive, volatile war of attrition between these two players. Downright beyond believable pressure and aggression. It really came down to the money at the end. DRG had more losses and just not enough bank left over to keep the fight going. Byun pretty low on money too, but able to apply constant pressure, keeping DRG as pinned down as he can. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the game and if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.